Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we learn about soil pollution. Soil is a thin layer made up of organic as well as inorganic materials. These materials cover the rocky surfaces of earth and also organic portion which is derived from the decayed remains of animals and plants, while the inorganic portion is made up of rock and fragments. The contents: introduction, then what is soil, basic concept about soil, then we shall see soil chemistry, composition of soil, life on soil, what is the soil pollution, then what are the factors responsible for soil pollution, effects of soil pollution, and how to control soil pollution, report of the World Economic Forum, and references. Then see introduction. Soil is one of the most significant ecological factor which is derived from the transformation of surface rocks. The soil on which the plants depends on the nutrition, water and mineral supply. The soil provides homes and the ideal environmental condition for living beings. Soil are the principle of plant growth medium and form the basis of agriculture and forestry. Soils are placed an important role as an environmental agent. Soil acts as a filter for aqueous and solid inputs, including rain, municipal waste, pesticides, and the other chemicals. Soil are the key links of the global carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur cycles, which involves the soil formation process. These cycles involves the decomposition of organic matter, nitrification, denitrification, phosphorus fixation, sulfide oxidation, etc. Covers about the 90% of the Earth's landmass. The importance of the soil may be summarized as the internal truth that the soil and the water are the two significant capitals of the mankind. The natural forests are the mothers of the rivers and the factories for the manufacturing of the soil. The soil provides the home and ideal condition for the living beings. Soil covers about the 90% of the Earth's landmass. The importance of the soil may be summarized as the internal truth that the soil and the water are the two significant capitals of the mankind. The natural forests are the mothers of the rivers and the factories for the manufacturing of the soil. The soil provides the home and the ideal condition for the living beings. Now, what is soil? The soil is a covering of the solid crust of the solid landmass. It is made up of the broken down the rock material of the varying degree of fineness and change in the varying form from the parent rock by the action of different agencies, such that the growth of the vegetation made possible and the life becomes more easier. The concept about the soil. There are two main concepts. According to the first concept, soil is the natural body of biochemical weather and synthesized product of the nature. In the other word, pedology gives about definition of the soil. Pedologists study soil, which includes the study of the origin of the soil, its classification and its description. According to the another concept, edaphology covers the study of soil in relation to the growth, nutrition and the yields of the crops. See the composition of the soil. Means ideal proportion of the soil. These are the minerals, which is about 45%. It contains organic matter, which is about 5%. Then air 25%. and water, that is 25%. This is the composition of the soil. Soil is the mixture of various organic and inorganic chemical compounds. The chief inorganic compound of the soil are calcium, aluminium, magnesium, iron, silicon, then potassium, sodium. Small amount of compounds of manganese, copper, zinc, cobalt, then boron, iodine, fluorine, etc. Soil solution also contains complex mixture of mineral as a carbonate, sulfate, chloride, nitrites, and also the salts of the calcium, magnesium, and potassium. The chief organic component of the soil is humus, which contains a large number of organic compounds such as amino acid, proteins, aromatic compounds, sugar, alcohol, fats, oils, and others. As a result of all these, humus is the black colored homogeneous complex material. Now see soil chemistry, mineral water. Materials are the naturally occurring inorganic solids, homogeneous substance composed of atom and having orderly and regular arrangement with the definite composition and the characteristics geometric form. Examples such as quartz, then calcite, gypsum, orthoclose, etc. The rocks form which the earth made of the minerals. Rocks are the mixture of two or more minerals. So the physical and chemical composition of the soil is vary with the characteristic of the minerals. Organic matter in the soil. Soil organic matter represented partially decayed and partially synthesized plant and animal residue. Such organic residue are continuously broken down by the action of soil microorganism. Now see the important characteristic of the organic matter in the soil. It improves the physical condition of the soil. It increases the water holding capacity of the soil. It is major source of nutrition, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. It is main energy source of the energy for the soil microorganism. It is responsible for the most desirable soil surface structure. It promotes the greater proportion of the large pore size. It improves the irrigation status of the soil. Organic matter reduces the soil erosion, shades and the soil and the keep the soil cooler in the extreme hot weather and warmer in the winter. Now soil water and the soil air. Soil water is the major constituent of the plant protoplasm. It is essential for the photosynthesis and the conversion of the starch to sugar. Dissolves the salt and make the soil solution which is important as a medium for the supply of nutrients to growing plants. It provides the plant turgidity which maintains the major form and position of the plant part to capture the sunlight. Air spaces are found in between the soil. Then life on the soil. Life on the earth is depends directly on the living soil and aquatic river system. Without soil and microbial fauna, the inhabit it food would not grow. Dead things would not decay and the nutrients would not be recycled. This means that our life system is totally incomplete without the natural resources, and the soil is one of the most important factor of the natural resource. This image shows the life on the soil. Functions of the soil. Soil delivers ecosystem services that enable life on the soil. What is this soil pollution? The widespread industrialization and the increasing in the consumption have changed the complexion of the soil. Thus, the soil is getting heavily polluted day by day due to the toxic materials and the dangerous chemicals which enters in the soil, air, water and the food chain. For all these, man is the original and the basic pollutant responsible pollution hazards and the toxic effect. This is the image. The sources of the soil pollution are industrial waste, urban waste. In industrial waste, most of the industrial waste rejected materials like calcium carbonate, magnesium, sulfate. These industrial waste are the dumped over the soil surface by almost all the industries. This causes the toxicity of the soil and the soil gets the much more polluted. Urban waste, both domestic and the commercial waste are known as urban waste. It contains garbage and rubbish material like papers, fibers, plastics, glasses, bottles, and dried sludge of sewage. As the rainwater runs from the top of the thing of this uncovered garbage, this may result into the soil pollution. Then the radioactive pollution. The radioactive elements produced in the environment are carried by the wind and the rain bring down the radioactive particles to the ground which cause the soil pollution. The soil transfer these radioactive substances to the plant and ultimately they reach this human body and cause many side effects. Agricultural practices. Pesticides are the major agricultural source of the soil pollution which affects and crop yield. Chemical and metallic pollution. Heavy metal contamination to soil has been accelerated in the modern society due to the industrialization and the agriculture. Accumulation of heavy metal result in the soil degradation which cause the soil pollution. Mining. Huge holes are dug the Huge holes are dug in the ground waste obtained from the mining left on the in the form of spoil heaps. This waste contains toxic and poisonous substances which then reach into the soil due to the rainfall. Soil erosion. It occurs when the topsoil moves from the one place to another as a result of various natural and man-made factors. It leads to the decreases in the soil capacity to retain the water. When the soil is eroded, the crops grown are affected, resulting in the indirect effect on the environment. Some of the other factors such as biological agent, resistance, soil sediments also cause the soil pollution. Now, what are the effect of the soil pollution? The effect of soil pollution on soil are quite alarming and can cause an huge disturbance in the ecological balance and the health of the living creature. Some of the most serious effects of the soil pollution are as follows: decrease in the soil fertility and therefore decreases in the soil yield. So, it is much difficult to produce the healthy crops. Loss of soil and natural nutrients present in it. Plant did not thrive in such soil, which further results in the soil erosion. Increase in salinity of the soil, which therefore makes the unfit to roy the vegetation, thus mankind it useless and barren. Soil pollution reduces the crop yields. Now, the effect on the biological life. Soil polluted by an acid rain impact on the plant. It disturbs the soil chemistry. It reduces the ability to take up nutrients and undergoes photosynthesis. Plant grown in polluted soil absorb the molecule of the pollutants. Pollutants accumulate in the plants. By eating such a plant, animals take on all the pollution. By eating such a plant and the animal, large amount of pollutants may cause the poison in the human body. Due to the soil pollution, there is a loss of variety of microorganisms are occurs. Due to the change in genetic makeup of the soil, certain animals are die. Due to the loss of supply of the food chain, there is caused the imbalance in the food chain. Effect on the economy. Soil pollution can cause the economic damage. Polluted soil with a heavy metal is not used to grow grains. Farmers hence are in the great loss. Now see how we can prevent soil pollution. As we have been saying this entire time, soil pollution is terrible and causes great harm towards ourselves, the earth, plant life and the air. However, the future is not so bleak because there are ways we can help. Reusing and recycling products will help converse conserve natural resources and save more land for contamination. Soil pollution can be controlled by limiting the use of chemical fertilizer and the substituting them with biofertilizer and manures. Reducing the use of pesticide and applying biological methods also reduces soil pollution. Promoting forestation and preventing deforestation, disposing waste properly and promoting pollution awareness program. Report by the World Economic Forum. In the world, 795 million people go hungry every day. People losing nutrient in their body due to the unavailability of healthy food. Feeding the planet sustainably is becoming increasing challenging. Africa alone with double in size from 1 billion to 2 billion. Due to the greater economic loss day by day, every people are prefer to farm as an occupation. farmable land continuously to be lost due to soil pollution and soil degradation. Up to date, 40% of world's land mass is arid. As the global temperature raised, more and more land going to turn into the desert. It takes 1500 liters of water to produce 1 kg of wheat. Food production is already responsible for 70% of the world's water consumption. By 2050, our need of water may be doubled than today. It is important to develop sustainable agriculture system free from any kind of soil pollution to ensure an affordable and healthy food supply to all. The World Economic Forum has taken on the challenge of feeding the world sustainably by creating a series of core projects. Ending hunger, achieving food security, and improve the nutrition is the aim of WSF. WSF having 17 sustainable development goals for year 2030. These are the references. If this video is helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.